Surprise, suckers. It's not the AFC East Roundtable. For the next hour, we are going to be looking at Buffalo Bills highlights, and I'm going to tell each and every single one of you why we are the shoo-ins for this division this year. Just kidding. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the AFC East Roundtable on our very first episode on the brand new channel.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
We are so excited to get this thing going. We have a great show for you today. We have a couple of segments. Okay, number one, we're going to be going around the table because, as many of you know, all four of our teams and every other team in the NFL has finalized their 53-man roster. And I want to get each and everybody's single thoughts on the roster themselves, maybe get a good idea of some surprise cuts, etc. Next is going to be easy money, okay? I'm just going to let that go on ahead and speak for itself. It's our easy money segment for any of you gambling degenerates out there that, of course, are over the age of 18 and in a state that allows it. And then last but not least, we are going to be hosting a Q&A where you guys actually end up controlling this entire show.
Let's do it.
And what's going to happen with this, I'm very excited, is that you guys will have the opportunity to perhaps even hop on this live stream with us. And the only way is if you are a Patreon contributor. I just ended up putting the link in the live chat for all of you to check out. If you do want an opportunity to hop on, if you want to talk some shit to me, maybe you want to talk some shit to TD, Richie.
They ain't ready for it.
They're not ready for it. That link is now in the chat. Definitely feel free to go out ahead and check that out. And we'll see how that plays out, guys. So, gentlemen, already we have 218 people in this stream. Absolutely insane.
That's crazy.
Literally,
man.
like the first 2 minutes, we already have 225 people in this stream right now, and it just is growing. Super excited.
You guys are witnessing history. We're
literally
witnessing history right now.
The beginning of history.
The beginning of history. So, let's go around the table in case that nobody has seen this show before. This is just some brand new channel, first video they've ever seen. Let's go around. Richie, what's going on, my friend?
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Richie from Jets Media. I am so excited to finally launch this channel with you guys. This is season number 3 that we're entering. It's pretty crazy that we've gone through 2 seasons together, and everyone's been through a long ride. We already have 1.5 thousand subscribers on this YouTube channel, and this is the first stream on this entire YouTube channel. So this is going to be awesome. I just want to say a quick shout out to the entire AFC East Roundtable fans, whether you're a Bills fan, Patriots fan, Dolphins fan, of course, the New York Jets fans. We appreciate the support so much. All the debates in the chat, you guys are so active. You guys show the support. You talk your smack like you're supposed to. This is what it's all about, baby. We're all here. We're all rivals, and we're all excited for football season to kick off. So if you guys want to check me out on Jets Media and you want to see some Jets talk, I talk about all the NFL teams, of course, as well as the New York Jets, and on Twitter, NY Jets Media. You guys know where to find me. Appreciate it. Excited to launch this, baby. Let's do it. Woo! Jets are
Let's
coming.
go.
We're coming. First season where you're going to see a different Richie. The first season, because the last 2 seasons, I was depressed. This season, it's all changing. Let's go. Hype me up in the chat. Let's hear the hate. Let's hear that Jets suck. I want to hear it. Come on.
So super funny because like right before this stream, like I was sort of thinking about like what our intro should be like for the AFC East Roundtable, and what I was thinking was like that like Full House like song in the background, like on TikTok. It was crazy. It was like a huge trend. Exactly. Like I mean, like really all of us would be doing something. Like for example, TD like would be screaming at the television. I'd be like passed out on a broken table with a beer. Wake up, wave, and I was trying to think of like what like Richie could be doing, and the only thing I could think about was like you just like looking depressed, like right in the Jets jersey. Like that was the only thing I could think of.
I had a smile on my face.
It's a word.
The Jets poverty years, though. I tried at least.
No, you did, man. You did, and you know what? Listen, man, we're rooting for you, brother. We are rooting for you. TD, what is going on, man?
Man, I'm excited for the AFC East Roundtable, its own platform to be kicking off, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I enjoy working with you guys. I mean, I still remember when we were all making phone calls with each other, setting it all up. It's just been a beautiful experience. I think that, you know, with the inaugural show, from this point forward, I'm going to be a little bit more humble as a Dolphins fan and as an analyst. I think it's time for me to have humility in everything that I do and let y'all know that the Miami Dolphins about to win the freaking Super Bowl, and we about to sweep. We about to sweep them trash Patriots. Buffalo is trash. Josh Allen is trash. The Jets ain't even relevant. All y'all trash. It is on and popping, baby. Y'all know, and listen, y'all scared of us. I know deep down inside, every single one of y'all, oh man, the Dolphins, they so good now. I don't know. Oh man, this is gonna be a beautiful year, baby. Oh, let's go.
I know you too well by now to know that's a setup.
Well, so I think that might have jive somebody up pretty good, because right now we have our first Patreon contributor.
Oh wow, who's the number one? Who's the first member?
Everyone's really excited right now because we have our first Patreon contributor.
Who's it?
William Hallman at the $10 tier. He must really want to talk some shit to somebody, right?
William,
a $10 Patreon contributor.
To first ever.
William,
hold on, did you?
We have another one. We have one more. This just came in.
Who's the second?
It's KINGGY Plays. Kingy Plays, $10 per month. Welcome, dude. People.
Oh, Dan, did you go over the membership levels?
No, I didn't.
When are we gonna go over them? Because I want to know when somebody sign up and I get to go one-on-one with somebody.
Yeah. Most definitely. That tier has not been released yet. One-on-one. As of right now, we only have 2 tiers. And what we're doing now is that I'm just giving them access right to our stream. I mean, granted, say 50 of y'all joined today. We appreciate you, but we're gonna run a list. And then we're just gonna notice names that come in that want to talk. But if you've joined already, and then now we have Malachi Rhodes at $10 per month. Thank you. That's 3 literally before Tyson even introduced himself.
I also want to
for everybody who's joining, there is a link for you to be able to join this stream right here. So remember that.
And so it's on the wall of our Patreon. So check it out.
I also saw someone in the chat saying you guys should do text donations, like super chats. We're not gonna be able to do super chats in this video because this is a brand new channel, so you're not gonna be able to do that right away. So if anyone's trying to send in a super chat and you're wondering where is it at, you can't do that on this stream just yet. But hopefully that'll be good to go for next week.
We'll have it in a week or two, the super chat availability. So right now your best bet is signing up on the Patreon. That way you have an opportunity to take advantage of all the benefits, man. But that's all right. We got 3 Patreons already, right?
Yeah, we got 3 right now. We have Malachi Rhodes, we have the KXNG Sports Talk, and then William Hallman. That is beautiful. We'll be making sure that we check this regularly and make sure that you check out the link that is right in the wall of Patreon. And we will let you guys on and so we can talk some football at the last segment. Last but not least, Tyson.
I'm sorry I'm not on camera. I just, I have to have I can't have my shades on while I'm drafting. I don't want to mess around and draft somebody like Tua. So, you know what I'm saying? But
well, let us know what your team's looking like.
I want to appreciate everybody for joining this new channel for AFC's Roundtable. You know what I'm saying? We're going into a new direction here, and I think it's going to be super, super big. So I appreciate everybody for joining.
And a quick shout out to Master at work real quick, because he's the one that put this whole thing together. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It was me and TD.
He was.
You and TD?
Yeah.
I remember Master reached out to me, so thank you for choosing me to represent
TD and me got together because I went on his stream to trash talk the Dolphins like I usually do. And we came up with an idea. We said we should come up with an AFC East type of roundtable. We should get a Bills fan and a Jets fan, and that's kind of how everything came together. It was pretty much just me and TD at that point, and then we brought Dan, and then we brought Richie. So, yeah.
Look at that, man! 3 years. Yeah, 3 or 4. It's 3.
We regret so much.
We regret it every day.
Well, Tyson, first off, I feel like everyone would be very interested to hear what your team's looking like so far.
Trash.
You're referring to the meaningless preseason game?
No, I'm talking about your fantasy team right now.
Oh, my bad. So I I got Dalvin Cook, Kamara, Gabe Davis, Elijah Moore, Brees Hall. I got a lot of like young
Who
players,
that?
but I got Kyle. I ended up drafting Kyle Pitts and Darren Waller back to back.
So you're telling me you got a Jets player, you got a Bills player, but you don't got a Dolphins player?
No,
He drafted
banned
Tua.
from any fantasy team that I
He
ever drafted.
he drafted Tua. He know he lying.
I did not.
Elijah
I drafted
Moore,
Kyler Murray.
Brees Hall.
But I did draft one Patriot, Hunter Henry. So it's not like I'm out here drafting a lot of Patriots either, especially the way they've been looking. So
Trash.
Ugh.
Love it.
Well, hey man, listen. I know that a lot of us have some fantasy football drafts coming up. So best of luck, my friend. Best of luck. Is TD? You're about to say something?
No, I was actually going to be announcing tomorrow on TD Fans Talk about our fantasy football league. We do one every year. Last year we had a $1,000 pot, but you don't have to pay an equal fee. We just want serious people. So this year we're gonna split it up and run 2 fantasy football leagues for all Dolphin fans. It's gonna be 2 different leagues for $500 prize each, and there's only gonna be 12 players per league, and there's only a $20 buy-in. So let that sink in. So we're not taking the money to make up the amount that it's going to be, because we're coming out of pocket for a lot of it. We just want serious people. That's the only reason we're asking for $20. But it is 2 leagues, 12 people, $500 win each. Tomorrow I'll be announcing it again on the channel, and you'll pretty much have 48 hours to get in, because last year we had over 100 people, but I had to take the top 16 last year. So you got a heads up for being on the AFC's Roundtable right now if you're a Dolphin fan. So FYI.
Yeah, I'm doing the first Jets Media Fantasy League this year as well. I'm excited to do that. Drafts on Sunday.
Yo, I feel like that it might be too late for us to do an AFC East Roundtable fantasy league.
We should do us 4.
It may not.
Us 4?
Not. Oh, y'all don't want those. Y'all don't want that drama.
Well, 2 quarterback, 3 running back, 4 receivers.
No. Would anybody? Hey, listen. If we did like an AFC's Roundtable fantasy league, would y'all be interested? Sound off in the chat. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Well, right before we go into the next segment, I do want to shout out to our most recent 3 Patreon contributors. We have EM Baller at $10 a month. We have Brandon Little at $10 a month.
Let's go.
And then James Manguira at $5 a month. The homies.
Salute, man.
Homies. Thank you so much, guys. This is great, man. This is wild. Y'all's support is breaking my heart in a good way. All right. First segment. I want to talk about
your heart.
Well, no, dude, never. And so the only thing that broke my heart about Josh Allen was that he absolutely got bitch slapped by Dare naming him number 13 best player in the league.
They put him that high?
Dude. Come on, man. Listen.
I mean, he's the top one. He's the top 100, but I figured him to be somewhere in the 60s.
The second that they put Tom Brady as the best player in the league this year, sorry, Tyson, I was like, okay, this is trash. This is trash. You would have put Josh Allen higher than 13. Like,
no, Josh Allen's actually
like out of character. Yeah. Like out of character, TD, you definitely would put it over.
Josh Allen is actually gonna flame out this year. You'll see. He's gonna regress.
Okay. Well,
he won't make the Pro Bowl. He won't be all pro.
Well, hey, listen, I have a feeling that you and I are probably going to have with an in-depth conversation once we get into the second segment here. But since we're on UTD, number 1, really want to hear about your thoughts of the overall 53-man roster. What's the sentiment rate in Miami? Were there any surprise cuts? Are there any concerns? Still some holes? Just sound off. We want to hear from you.
I mean, a few surprises, but nothing major. I think we just got a really good roster. It's real solid, man. Our defensive line, like we got 8 guys that are just it, man. It's crazy how we figured that out. We rounded the roster on the back end of the defensive front with Trey Flowers and Melvin Ingram, with the guys that we had last year who's done nothing but got even better. Secondary a little banged up. We got some bad news, just like Buffalo. Our number 2 cornerback will be out for the first 4 weeks on PUP, but it made me feel better to know Buffalo's dealing with the same thing. our wide receiving core is just deadly, and we only kept 5. It's shocking. 7 guys were worthy of being kept, but we only kept 5 because we kept extra tight ends due to the scheme that we'll be running. Running backs ready for war, man. Tua looking better. If it doesn't work out, we got Skylar Thompson and Teddy Bridgewater. I just think that this might be the year that we're rocking and rolling. I'm actually intentionally trying to be pessimistic, because being optimistic every year doesn't work. But maybe this is the first time you be pessimistic, we win our actual Super Bowl. But we got a great roster overall. I mean, the only weakness on this team is the second level of the defense. And I think, man, we're going to have a field day in week 1 versus the Patriots. I mean, I'm looking maybe like 60-3, something like that.
What happened to you being pessimistic?
Well, that is pessimistic, because I think it should be a lot worse, but you'll see.
Now, one thing I wanted to call off right before I switch over to Richie about his thoughts is that I'm a big fan of your Twitter, right? And like your cryptic tweets, bro. Okay. And like you said, in fact, let me see if I can pull it up.
Bro, you can't. Okay, let me tell you the rules then.
What?
Don't pay attention to my Twitter. That is my official TD Fans Talk troll account. Okay. I only troll on Twitter.
Well, okay.
Because there is a segment of the Dolphins community, which is the Tuaneers that are not Dolphin fans. They're actually Alabama fans. And I love getting under their skin. So you can't take anything I say for face value on Twitter. Now, some of it is real, but if you're trying to use something to incriminate me, Twitter,
no, bro. Like, I'd be like, this I'm talking about, bro. Yesterday, we learned that someone's day are numbered as Miami Dolphins. Who could it be? Don't lie to yourself. Who is this?
I honestly, I was
I want to hear.
Honestly, I was thinking Byron Jones, because every year he has a knick-knack injury. But I didn't want to put his name because I am a troll on Twitter, and I knew everybody without me saying was going to jump to the Tua conclusion.
I think Mr. Negative is onto something. He thinks it's Tua.
Mm. and maybe Byron Jones is my cop-out right now. Maybe I'm lying, but I'm Byron Jones, okay?
Byron Jones. Interesting. Hot take.
Ever since Elijah Moore went 60 yards on him.
Oh, the hottest, man. The one play y'all had all season.
Joe Flacco.
This hot take in the midst of our very first episode on our brand new channel. Absolutely love it. Byron Jones, everybody.
Bernard, welcome to the Patreon.
Let's go.
Oh, he came in?
Well, Bernard in the comment section said just join the Patreon.
Okay, we got James. Let me double check. Oh, we got a Ryan Gresham just came in as well at $10.
Wow.
James, I see Brandon. I saw EM Baller. He might be EM Baller. Yo, dude, listen, this is absolutely awesome. Last segment of this show, like I said, it's Q&A. Y'all have the StreamYard link. Literally just click it, and then we'll see you in the waiting room. We'll bring you on for a question, and you can direct it to like us individually or us as a group, blah, blah, blah. More than happy to do this. Thank you so much for the support. Literally, it's wild. All right. So we learned a little bit from the Dolphins side of things. Richie, what are your thoughts about the Jets, man? Were there any surprise cuts? What's the overall sentiment over in New Jersey?
Gotham City football, New York City, baby. Don't give me that
City
stuff.
Football. Okay.
That's what that pushes my buttons, Dan. You know me well. Okay, so first of all, the Jets, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Jets had 7 players who they waived get claimed by other teams. That is the most in NFL history. Now, that is not something that, I'm saying it's the biggest deal ever. But what that tells me is that Joe Douglas is finally building this roster, and the coaching staff is developing this roster with quality depth to the point that there's so many teams out there that wants our players that we're getting rid of. In total, 11 players, if you want to count the cuts that we made previously to the 53-man roster cuts a couple weeks ago. 11 or 12 total players that we moved on from got claimed by other teams. To put this in perspective, the last team to have 5 people get claimed by 5 players that they cut get claimed by other teams was in 2019, and that was at Los Angeles Rams. So for the Jets to have 7 people get claimed by other teams really shows you how much this Jets team is really improving. And I'm not expecting anybody to know these players' names because you don't follow the Jets like I do, or you don't follow the Jets like any Jets fans. But those guys, like, I knew this is going to be a really tough roster cut for Joe Douglas because he cut a lot of players that I did not want him to cut. But at the same time, he had to because of the quality depth that we truly have on this roster. A lot of surprising cuts happened with the Jets. They went with the undrafted free agent running back instead of the veteran Tevin Coleman. They move off of Tevin Coleman and they bring in Bam Knight, who I'm really excited made the roster. We already have the rookie sensation Breece Hall in the running back room. So all of a sudden we have 4 young quality running backs in Michael Carter, Breece Hall, the undrafted free agent running back who looked so good in preseason, and Zonovan Bam Knight. And then Ty Johnson's running back number 4. I could be okay with Ty Johnson. Not really the biggest fan of him. And the wide receiver position, I know you guys probably saw the news that Denzel Mims requested a trade. That's definitely something that I should probably bring up here. Denzel Mims requested a trade, and this is pretty crazy. You know why Denzel Mims requested a trade? He doesn't have anything against the Jets. He doesn't hate the Jets organization. He wants to play. And why can't Denzel Mims play? Because there's 4 receivers better than him on this roster. As a Jets fan, it's mind-blowing to me that that's even a possibility that this Jets team is that loaded at the wide receiver position to the point where our second-round pick 3 years ago, who hasn't really showed a lot of potential yet, but this is his best he's ever been physically and mentally, he cannot crack the starting lineup. So he wants to play. Denzel Mims feels like he's ready to go. I mean, in the preseason game against the Giants, he put up 8 receptions, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Like, he definitely has the talent, but he wants out because he wants to go to a team that's going to play him. And the Jets have Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, and Braxton Berrios ahead of him. And you're not going to bench one of those 4 players for Denzel. So the Jets are loaded in the playmakers. Another really interesting player that made the roster, who I'm so excited about, awesome story, is Lawrence Cager. Lawrence Cager, we got him as an undrafted free agent 3 years ago as a wide receiver. He transitions from wide receiver to a tight end, and he is going to be that versatile guy in that tight end room. And now our tight ends are 4 deep with the new additions of Conklin, the veteran, and Uzama, the veteran, the rookie Jeremy Rucker from Ohio State, and then Lawrence Cager, who's going to be that versatile weapon at the tight end spot that can line up as a wide receiver, line up as a tight end. He's also a willing blocker now, put up a lot of weight. So overall, the Jets really hit it out of the park, I think. This is the most talented roster that the Jets have had on paper going into a season in so long. And the best part about it, guys, to finish this off, is they built this roster. They did not buy this roster. That is the biggest difference that I can say about this New York Jets franchise, where they're at right now. Now, is that going to translate to making the playoffs and go to a Super Bowl this year? Probably not. I know that. You guys in the chat don't need to keep telling me that. I understand where the Jets are at. You guys don't need to tell me. I understand the reality of the Jets situation. But I'm super excited where this franchise is headed for that reason, is that we are building this roster through the draft, and it's so flooded with young talent, and all these players are not bought off the free agent market. It feels so refreshing that we're drafting players, we're developing players. And to finish it off, one more thing, that point that I made of the Jets, having 7 players getting claimed from other teams, that's great and all that, right? It tells you that the Jets have depth, but what's going to win football games is stars. And the Jets have potential stars on their roster. No stars yet. They did not establish themselves as stars yet. But it's all about the players that are starters that's going to matter who's going to win football games. It's not going to be about the backups. But it does show you how deep this roster actually is.
Wild, man. Listen, one thing I will say. Oh, man. Who's making these polls? It's definitely TD. It's definitely TD. Yes, most definitely. No. One thing I do want to pick a bone with Bills Mafia, because it seems like that this live chat is dominated by Dolphins fans. Like 29% of y'all are Bills Mafia. I feel like y'all just weren't paying attention. So we're going to have to run that poll again. Also, I do want to pick a bone real fast. 434 people in this chat watching this live, and only 183 likes smashed.
Punch that like button.
Punch in. Click the button, baby.
We got to get to 250 real quick.
Oh,
quick.
Yeah. Oh, man. I just love watching these numbers come in. But no, Richie, one thing I will say, sorry, I have severe ADD. But yeah, one thing I will say is that I feel like that the Jets really have a very talented roster. I think that you are stacked with youth, and I feel like your future is bright, man. I really, really do. And then say that the AFC West did not exist. I would probably say that the AFC East would be the most competitive division in all of football. That's where I'm sort of sitting it at right now,
baby.
As far as youth and talent.
Division this year, but we're coming.
There's a lot more Dolphin fans that really are concerned about the Jets sneaking one in this year. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. You know, we're gonna
Sneaking like
sweep.
a win over you.
Yeah, we're gonna sweep y'all, but there are a lot of Dolphin fans that are worried about the Jets. They understand
You know
how
both
y'all are
games was
growing.
competitive, TD. You know both
I
games
know.
very well.
That's
One of them was Joe
why.
Flacco. We should
But we're-
have won one of those. And
But we're gonna sweep. We're gonna sweep y'all anyway. I'm just saying.
we're splitting with the Dolphins, splitting with the Patriots, getting swept by the Bills. That's what's gonna happen. I already saw it. I already saw the future.
Look at that. Look at
That's
that.
right, Master. You heard me. I said we're beating you once.
Well, Tyson, while you were most likely in like the 12th round of your fantasy draft, why don't you go on ahead and give me some final thoughts on the final 53-man roster over in New England, surprise cuts, and then your overall grade of them. So, I'm sure a
So
lot of
pretty
you would be
much,
interested.
the biggest surprise was I said this. I think it was last week that Malcolm Butler was most likely not going to make the team. He's on IR, which is a very sad day. You know what I mean, for Patriots fans. It was one of the most emotional cuts I've ever seen, just because I really wanted him to come back and show that he can still be a top corner in the league, and he hasn't been that in a very long time. So. Not that really many people really considers him a top corner. People keep saying that he lived off of that interception against the Seahawks, but he was really, really good. I mean, he's reason why people were saying, why didn't we play him in the Super Bowl against the Eagles? So he wasn't no bum. You know what I mean? So, like I said, that's pretty much the only really surprise that I was really like pissed off that he got hurt and then got cut after that. Other than that, man, there's really hasn't been any really surprise cuts. There is one cut that I thought was gonna happen, Kendrick Bourne, because apparently him and Belichick aren't seeing eye to eye. Other than that, I'll just talk about there really isn't really who we gonna cut. Like, we don't have a lot of talent on the roster anyway, so anybody that we do cut, it's not gonna be a surprise. Um, keeping it real. I mean, people keep putting a lot of stock in the preseason. Mac Jones did this. He didn't have a great game.
Trash.
But in the end of the day, man, preseason games don't count. You know what I mean? So I'm a little worried. I am a little worried just because we haven't gelled like that, and we're playing against a team in Miami where, they looked all right. Well, I'll keep it at that. They looked all right.
Hey, that tell you all you need to know. If he said all right, that means we phenomenal, baby. We phenomenal.
They look all right, even though they
Listen.
got a little problems in their secondary as far as injuries go. But we could talk about that next week.
We got the Patriots. We got the Patriots so shook that they are actually flying to Miami early next week to practice in Miami so they can get used to the heat.
Look at that.
See, I don't understand why. I don't know, man. I don't know why we have trouble playing in that atmosphere. It's not like we have players that grew up in Siberia. I mean, they should be able to deal with the heat, but I don't know, man. I'm cautiously optimistic about this season.
Used to that humidity. You can't get used to that humidity unless you in it every day. The heat ain't the issue. It's just the humidity.
Yeah. I'm just very cautiously optimistic when it comes to this team. Not too high, not too low. It's just something just doesn't feel right going into the season. Something doesn't feel right. But like I said, this could be just all smoke and mirrors. Week 1 is when I'm really going to see what this team can be, or if they are what the media says we are. We'll find out week 1. That's pretty much where I'm at. I don't put any stock in preseason, off season. All I really care about is, are my players healthy? We've gone through this time and time again. We have never really had the most talented roster ever, other than a few years with Brady, and he even drug our asses to the Super Bowl a couple times with like bad defenses. So I'm not really worried about that. It's more of the coaching staff that's really just got me a little skittish. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say.
Yeah. No, yeah, man. Listen, like, I mean, as a Bills fan, one thing I can always say is that, like, you can never count out Bill Belichick. As much as I would love to see like a 38+ point margin victory like last year all the time, I definitely know that it's really any given Sunday with that team. It really, really is. So, I mean, I'm actually very interested to watch the Pats and the Dolphins play on week 1. I will certainly be switching between both of y'all's live stream, seeing each and every single reaction and making sure that I clip each and every single possible thing that I could find. I'm loving it.
60-3. We done already been through it.
60-3.
And don't act like you out of the woodwork. We gonna sit there on Thursday night and watch y'all get drugged.
By the Rams?
By the who?
By the Rams?
You
By
act
the
like
Rams? Come on, man.
It ain't the Bills.
It's you talking about the Buffalo Bills, bro. You're talking about Josh Allen, the king.
Josh Allen.
Super
Josh
trash.
Allen, bro. Josh Allen. Okay.
For those in the comment section, real quick, that keep asking where the super chat. We don't have it right now. You do have the availability to hit the link at the top to join the Patreon, but we will have super chat ability soon.
Yeah, most definitely. And I mean, right now there's like 452 people in this stream right now. So I mean, I think we might be able to get to 4,000 watch hours after this episode alone. I feel like there's a strong possibility if we can make that happen. Because I mean, it seems like a lot of people are engaged. And do you know how you can help us out? Okay, you can help us out by smashing the like button. There's 452 people in here. Only 275 people have smashed that. Okay.
I got a little quiz for the chat. Just one a question.
Throw it in.
What does the number, I don't know, 7,909 stand for?
It better not be nothing to do with us.
What 7,909 stands for?
It better not have nothing to do with us.
It definitely does, bro. You know
where it does. Come on,
dude.
Does anybody know what that number could signify?
How many moms Zach Wilson slayed?
Like,
no, that's how many days the Dolphins.
How many moms
the Dolphins last won a playoff game.
Oh,
and the number is also 17,758 days since.
Bro, why are you so obsessed with us to even know that?
Because I have a little app on my phone that calculates every day the Dolphins haven't won a playoff game. It adds it up.
See, we built hatred. We built. Hey, Dan, we've built hatred in Patriots fans' hearts because we're the only team that take them down every year, baby. During the Brady era, we were his hardest task in his career. The Dolphins are the only team that did their part, actually having a decent record against Brady, and they hated it. That's why y'all hate us so much.
Enough, that is true, but also we still have a winning record against you.
Oh man, listen. I love the banter. And like, I mean, I'm really not going to talk much about the Bills right now. But I do want to touch on a couple of things that came out of the final 53. For the most part, outside of a couple of names, there really wasn't any surprises for me. I would say number one is hands down going to be the OJ Howard situation. When we ended up signing him right over the offseason, I thought that he was an absolute for sure. But then we ended up releasing him, which was a surprise to many Bills fans, but not so much of a surprise to the front office and the coaching staff and like people that really watched practice, pre-games, like really, really studied film. And it really just goes to show you that if the Buffalo Bills were to make that cut for OJ Howard, especially with a GM like Brandon Beane, where he is going to eat up a bunch of money in dead cap, he must have showed them that he is just not the right fit. When I hear that Quentin Nelson and Tommy Sweeney are outperforming OJ Howard, then that's not necessarily something that is going to excite me. I really wanted to see, once I saw the name, I mean, I was just envisioning like a 2 tight end system. He was a great blocker, an absolute great blocker, but from what I understand, he just didn't show the coaching staff and the front office what he should have showed them to make this squad. I did see that he ended up signing with the Bengals this morning. I feel like he needs to go on ahead and pass a physical when it's almost a shoo-in at this point, but that was certainly a surprise on my end. So it sounds like the Buffalo Bills are just going to be running with Dawson Knox, and then they are also going to be running with Sweeney and then also Quentin Nelson as well. So sounds like that with Dorsey, he really didn't see a big need for him with that tight end situation. So very curious to see how that all plays out. Same thing with the running back room. What I was seeing is I thought that Zach Moss was going to be an absolute trade target. I thought that they were following suit of that 1 year when AJ McCarron was on our team during the preseason, where they just made sure that he got as many snaps as possible. And that was essentially just his audition for a trade, which I'm pretty sure we were able to trade him for a couple of draft picks. I thought that that was written in destiny with Zach Moss the second that we ended up signing James Cook. So he's still on this team. He did well during the preseason. He really did. And I'm the biggest skeptic of the Buffalo Bills run game for the past 2 years. Whether or not you want to say that that was offensive line play, whether or not that it was just skill set by the running backs, I really think that he may be a contributor. He may be exactly who the guy was that we drafted. That guy that is that short yardage back, goal line situations. And with all the improvements that we ended up making in our offensive line, I'm really hoping that our run game will be able to open up. I'm very excited to see James Cook. I am almost willing to bet on this stream right now that he will be our RB1 and he will be controlling the majority of the snaps. I would say probably around week 4, week 5. But there's a lot of things I'm very excited to see with that offensive line unit and also our run game. The defensive line, I mean, from what I saw during the preseason and the names that are on this roster, we have been longing for a defensive line for years, right? And I mean, when I just look through the depth chart with defensive tackle and defensive end, I feel bad for a lot of quarterbacks that we need to go up against. Probably the one piece of news that I do want to drop is the Trey White situation. I sort of saw this coming. When you tear an ACL like that, it's probably the one injury that you don't want to rush back. And we ended up putting him on the PUP list, essentially meaning that no matter what happens, this man cannot play for 4 weeks. Okay. And I think it may have been a smart move. As far as what most Bills fans are trying to think of, like, hey, are we going to see him week 5? Are we going to see him week 6? Realistically, Bills Mafia, we're not seeing Trey White until week 8. And that's against the Green Bay Packers because we have a bye on week 7. I feel like that this team has no rush to bring him back. And we're just going to have to hope that our youth can handle it on the outside. I mean, we have Elam, who looked good in the preseason, but he has some pretty big shoes to fill, especially within those first 6 games. And then also we have Dane Jackson. And so who is most likely going to be on the other side, perhaps even Christian Benford, who had a monster preseason. And luckily enough, we just have a fantastic safety tandem. I'm glad that we decided just to sit those two for the rest once they ended up even getting some noticeable injury. So we're going to have to see. But I am absolutely thrilled that football starts next week. It's crazy to think that by this time next week, like, we are legitimately about to be having like our pregame and pre-show show for it. So I'm looking forward to it. And as much as TD may not agree with me, I think we're beating the Rams on Thursday night. I think we're beating the Rams. You're muted.
Come on, bro. We gonna be delusional.
You completely just forgot
the
about
inaugural
the biggest
stuff?
news in Buffalo Bills week. Punt God.
Punt God.
Okay. Yeah.
How'd your kids?
You
How'd your
ain't
wife?
gonna get away like that. If I'm gonna talk shit about Tyreek Hill and all the stuff that Dolphins do, you gotta own up to that too, buddy.
Yeah. No. All right. So let me take main stage right here. Once again, I thought that I would be able to get out of this stream without having to address that, but of course I have Master at Work as a partner on this show. No, man. Really, when it comes down to it, like, I have always been a massive advocate of the fact that, like, if something like stinks, like, whether or not that it's 100% accurate, like, part of it has to be true. And I completely agree with what the Buffalo Bills did. Like 1,000%. I feel like even if like a small percentage of it or like 100% of it, like, we don't need that drama that goes into it. And one thing that I sort of realized was that, like, yes, like, there's cases where sometimes like the story against the specific person gets fabricated. So think of like the Duke Cross team, or think about Sean Oakman. But on the same spectrum, there are sides where it's 100% true and these people are absolute scumbags. The stuff that I saw like on the internet and like the story, I'm thinking that unless this victim is like absolutely pure evil, nobody would ever tell a story like that, like regardless, unless that it was true. So I'm not going to be one because I feel like that the court of public opinion is not the best suited to like sort of find the facts rather than an actual court of law, whether it's civil or whether it's criminal. But at the end of the day, I really feel like that the Buffalo Bills like made the right move. And so on the situation. And so like, I mean, like, I definitely hope that that girl's life is not ruined any more than it already is. And then as far as any type of punishment is concerned, if Matt did do it, then I hope that he gets the absolute most punishment like on the face of the planet. And then if that girl lied about it, then I hope that she gets with the equal amount of punishment as well. So that's my take. And as far as punters are concerned, I mean, do the Buffalo Bills really even need a punter? Let's be real.
Oh my gosh.
Let's be real. But yeah, most definitely, man. I thought that it was the right move because I mean, like some of those things that came out, bro, like it's fucking disgusting. It was gross. So nobody has any thoughts.
Punt God,
so additions, I know it's controversial. Listen, I was media trained. Okay, I feel like that was the most political answer anybody could ever give.
You are media trained, Dan.
My stance is the same with it.
Look at that.
My stance is the same with everybody. Innocent until proven guilty. And at the end of the day, let it play out in the system, and we'll look at it when it's all said and done.
I feel the same way. Although I will say that had this happened to be a Patriots player, all hell would have broke damn loose.
Oh hell yeah.
And I will also say that the Bills knew about these allegations before this report came out, and they did absolutely nothing about it.
And they cut their other punter.
Yeah. And so, like, I mean, as a Bills fan, whether or not that I agree with the way that they went about it, whether I don't, it's something that I know that Bills Mafia is just trying to move past. And so I think that we made the right move, like at the end of the day, and timing's always going to be of question, but just ready to smile. As Blake just said, we just ended up signing Sam Martin. He was at one point an all-pro punter. Sam Martin. He played for Denver most recently. Well, I mean, you're not going to see him, especially during the Dolphins game.
Bro, you're delusional, man. You know what, Dan? I can't wait to stump y'all throat this year, boy.
Man,
I'm telling you, boy.
Okay.
The Dolphins on a revenge tour like no other this year, baby.
Dolphins on it. Okay,
tour.
listen, right before we move on right to our next segment, I need to shout out to two more of our Patreon contributors.
Let's go.
We have an Oren Dean. We have an Oren Dean at $10 per month, and then we have a Philip O at $5 per month.
Salute to all the Patreon. How many Patreons we have now?
Right now, hold on. Let me count them up. How many Patreon members we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 we have 9 patrons as of right now. First episode, guys. Listen, not this segment, but the next one. We're doing Q&A. So that link is literally on our Patreon page, and really, so with only patrons can see it. So if you want to hop on and ask us a question, let's knock it out, baby. We got a lot to discuss. Thank you so much for your support. It is completely making us go.
Yeah, we all appreciate it.
Yeah, for real.
Big time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Say that you're over the age of 18 and say, for example, that you are marginally like irresponsible with your money and it's you like to gamble, right? It's just to gamble every now and again. I love to gamble. Okay. It's a bad thing. I'm working on it. Sometimes you like find some picks that you would categorize as easy money. Okay. Well, let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this segment is brought to you by the very nice sponsor of this stream, Prize Picks. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going we're going to be going through a couple of parlays of overall season bets of what we would consider to be easy money per team. Okay. Now, say, for example, that you are interested in sort of betting along with us right throughout the season. The code AFC East will match your entire deposit right up to $100. Wow. So essentially, if you put up $50, it's going to match you $50. Free money. And say it should listen to us, then perhaps it's going to be, maybe it's going to be some easy money. So what I think we're going to do right now is we're going to go on ahead and then we are going to go through with each and every single team. And we're going to keep this quick because I do want to keep this at the Q&A as soon as humanly possible. But starting off with TD. Okay, let me share my screen real fast.
I'm going to get the winning ticket, baby.
Show me what is good. Right here, I just ended up typing in Miami, right?
Okay, cool.
These are all the players and these are all the prop bets. With Prize Picks, you do need to pick 2 players in order for this to work. We're just doing season wide here. So this is the long game, and you do have picks with each and every single week for his passing yards, et cetera, et cetera. But TD, this is season long. Long, right?
Okay.
Here.
I already know what I want.
Money? Talk to me.
Take the Tyreek Hill touchdowns.
Okay. Is you want that over or under?
Well, we're gonna go over more.
Okay.
I have him at 10 touchdowns this season.
Okay.
He's gonna be a primary weapon. I want you to also take the receptions. I mean the passing yards for Tyreek.
Passing yards for Ty.
Right next to the receiving yards. I'm sorry, and that's gonna be over. He's gonna put up about 1,200 this year.
Okay.
All right, scroll down. We're gonna do one. There's one more I have for Tyreek. Let's do the 100+ reception games.
Okay.
He's gonna have about 5 of those boys this year. So go over
5 of them. Okay.
Yes. 2 against Buffalo, by the way. All right. Now go down to Tua's.
Okay.
Go down to Tua. Now I want you to take the touchdowns, passes.
Okay.
We're gonna go over. I have them at about 34 this year.
Dude, man.
No, that one is the easy money. That's the no. I'm telling you, these are like I'm shocked that these are set so low to me. Also go down, keep going down. I want to put one more in because it gives you a max of 5, right?
Yeah, it's a max of 5 and a minimum of 2.
Okay, keep going. Let's go with Mike Gesicki's passing yards.
Okay.
Click on it.
Okay.
And we're gonna go under because of the way that he's gonna be about 500 this year because Waddle and Tyreek is gonna kill. That's the sneaky bet right there. Now
that's the sneaky. Okay.
Yeah, so and I'm gonna if I put 50 on that, what would it get me?
Okay. So the $50 bet, that would get you $500.
10 times the money?
10 times the money.
Easy
if all
work.
of this hits.
See, that's what
all of this hits.
Yeah, well, if it all doesn't hit, because the thing I love about this site is go down real quick. Go down to the bottom. The thing that I love the most is if all of them hit right there, go back up a little bit. Right there. If I hit all 5, I get 10 times my money. Even if I miss one, I double my money 2 times. And even if I miss 2, I at least get almost half my money back. So I feel like I'm going to, at a minimum, hit about 3 of these. In worst case scenario, I lose half. I don't lose it all. But I'm going to hit all 5, bro. These are going to happen. You heard it here first. These guys are going to. And y'all in the comment section talking trash. No, he's not going to have this. He's not going to have that. Well, sign up and you put the under and lose your money. You put the under on the
fans might want to go ahead and do the subscribe to the Patreon because TD's going to be broke.
Man,
he's gonna need that money.
Like I said, but that's the point. Everybody want to talk trash about my picks, then sign up and put the under, and then put your money on the line. My picks are gonna hit. I know they're gonna hit.
They gonna hit, huh?
Yeah. If you want to under, you make sure everything with Josh Allen is under.
Oh, Ooh. Okay. Well, hey, Richie, honestly, looks like that there's not many prop bets right here for the Jets as of now. I was looking for like pass yards. It's got to be like a Zach
Is there like a
Wilson
general?
situation.
There's not. Oh, wait,
So I just
really?
put in NYJ, and like right now there's 3. Like there's several for week 1, but like as far as
Wait, hold
overall
on.
season bets.
Oh, what time do you all play on Sunday at 1:00?
1.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
weird.
Like there's like several there, but like right now, like we're talking about like season wide. So really, all you got is some Brees Hall situations and CJ Mosley as well
right.
for overall tackles. Okay.
That's combined,
Okay. Let's
right?
just for shits and gigs, let's just go on ahead and just put these 3 right here. CJ Mosley with over or under 139 tackles.
Well, I'm assuming everyone's saying no. TD, how many tackles did CJ Mosley have last year? Guess. I know. Just guess.
120.
168.
Jesus.
Oh.
So if he's healthy, that's an over with ease.
Is he healthy?
He was healthy fully last year.
Is he healthy right now?
He's fully healthy right now. No
Well,
nicks and bruises yet.
That's a nice bet.
I know everyone's going to say under because they're just Jets haters instinctually, but if you look at the stats,
It's right there.
He balled out last year. 168 total tackles, so I'm taking the over there. Brees Hall, rushing yards, 850.5. Now, this is a good one because Brees Hall, I truly believe, is going to have a sensational rookie season because what Brees Hall brings to this Jets backfield that they've lacked for so long is home run hitting potential. He can take the ball 80 yards to the house. The Jets have never had that type of running back ever in my lifetime, besides Curtis Martin way back in the day. So, and Chris Johnson past his prime and LT past his prime. It was always running backs past their prime. We finally got someone potentially to be a beast. So Brees Hall, I think he's going to have around 900 to 1,000 yards rushing if he stays healthy. But I also don't want to make it seem like I'm picking the over on all of these. But I just feel like if Brees Hall stays healthy, he's splitting the carries with Michael Carter. So maybe that might split it where Michael Carter and him get 800 apiece or something along those lines. Because I do think it's going to be split down the middle, but I do think Hall's going to take over as like the 60-40 in a way or 70-30. Because, fans knows with the system we're all running here with the Jets and the Dolphins is similar to the Niners where it's a split backfield. There's not really that one bell cow type of guy. So
over you going with him and Michael Carter?
No. If I'm gonna pick who gets the most yards, it's gonna be Brees Hall. But I'm gonna take the under on this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take the over on the touchdowns.
The split. Okay. And then last but not least, we got the rush touchdowns. Now
that's an easy. Brees Hall broke college football record with the most rushing touchdowns in a season with 24 last year. That's an easy over. Oh yeah.
All right. And with that little bet right there, that's $50, and you would end up winning $250 from there.
Listen, man, everyone can say I'm delusional all I want, but I'm just basing this off the stats. Let's do it, baby. Brees Hall,
all right.
You're loading.
Now we need to go to, I would say probably the like number one like gambling personality on this live chat. That just so happens to be
Josh Allen.
No, that would be Tyson. Indeed. I'm trying to figure out
heads or tails.
I'm trying to figure out where the New England stats are. There you go. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Tyson.
Yeah.
What's some easy money, bro? What's some easy money right here? I got all of New England right
here.
Is
this all for just week 1?
No, this is season wide. This is season wide right here. This is the Mac Jones situation right here. You need a minimum of 2.
Okay, so being realistic, 3,900 yards in this league should be rather easy unless your name is Tua. So Mac was a Pro Bowler, top NFL 100. I'll go over on that.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
By default,
300. What? So he's going to throw over 300 yards passing in more than 2.5 games.
Yep.
Oh, that's easy. He's going over there. That's
okay.
Easy.
Even 2 is 3.5 there.
So we going over. All right. So we have a couple quarterback plays.
23. Yeah, he did throw for more. That's over. That's easy.
With touchdowns, easy money. We got more. Okay.
Easy money.
12 point. Oh, he's going to throw some picks. I'll go over on that one.
Oh, okay, so you have over on picks.
Yeah, he's only thrown
as
more
well.
than 12.5 picks. That's
Oh,
definitely
50 wins you 500 right over there.
Is that
Beautiful.
5 bets or 4?
That is 4, but I'm trying to see if I can find anything else because there's a lot more bets when it comes into week 1. And I mean, we're going to do this segment. Oh, okay. We have some Jacoby Myers situations right here too.
I'm going under on all them.
We have Matthew.
Under on all of them. Yo,
Wow.
So we have Matthew Judon with over under 10.2
that's a tough number
sacks.
to crack because he disappears
That's a lot
late
of
in the
sacks.
season.
Okay, so
So
that's
I
not
would
easy
go
money. You're
under.
staying away from that one. You're staying away from that one.
Stay
And
away
then
from
Jacoby Myers
too.
and
He's
so
not even.
okay.
You got to
All
go
right,
back
well,
up. You got to go back up. Oh,
and
any
so that's
more
all
New
it
England?
was. Yeah, no. It's just
Yeah, I
Mac
think
Jones
that's
and
it.
then just Jacoby Myers for when it comes down into overall season bets. All right. So last but not least, we can go on ahead and then we can knock out and get to
Trash.
the Q&A. So with everybody that has been a Patreon contributor so far, like I said, we did end up dropping the link. So if you go to the AFC East Roundtable Patreon page, you will see a link that says, hey, this is the StreamYard. Click on that and we will see you in the waiting room and then we will let you in for any type of live question. Those guys get priority for questions. And then say, for example, y'all are too shy, then we'll go on ahead and just sort of hit the live chat afterwards, one of the two. But let me go on ahead. Let me just lock this down real fast. And what I'll do is I'll pick 5 right here. Okay. So one thing that I think is going to be super easy money is going to be with interceptions with Josh Allen. I think that it is going to be less this year. From what I have seen, especially toward the second half of the season last year, I feel like he's really polished up his game. I feel like that this is going to be a relatively easy money pick. I feel like Josh Allen is going to be significantly less under this interception. I would consider this to be easy money on this fact. 300 plus passing yards, 1,000%. I am definitely going over on that situation. His first couple of years, I was just begging for him to throw over 300 for the longest time. And not necessarily during the first half of the season, but toward the end of the season, we play some pretty weak secondaries. So I'm going to say that he throws over 6.5, 300 plus yards right over here. So that is 2 Josh Allen picks. Let me go ahead and give a Stephon Diggs one right here. Right here. This is going to be rough. This is going to be close, but with the emergence of Gabe Davis, he's going to be seeing a lot more targets. With James Cook, who is also a threat in the pass game, he's going to be seeing a lot of targets. Same with Dawson Knox. Same with Isaiah McKenzie. Maybe Jamison Crowder. Diggs is still going to be hands down the wide receiver 1. But due to all of the new shiny toys that Josh Allen has, I'm going to go ahead and say that he reaches slightly under. Yep. And then last but not least, I'm just going to do 4. Gabe Davis reception touchdowns, man. That man loves the end zone. I'm going to go on ahead and say that he has more right there.
Hey, Dan.
Said it's $50. Go ahead.
I got Gabe Davis and Dawson Knox in fantasy.
Oh, it's good picks, man.
It hurt me to draft them.
Dude,
you
listen,
put 100 in?
Yeah.
Well, those good picks, Bills Mafia.
Has to be.
Gabe
Has
Davis.
to be.
First of all, you put Josh Allen throwing more than 35 touchdowns, bro. He's gonna have like 22 this year.
I do think
he's gonna win. Josh Allen's gonna win MVP this season, in my opinion.
22, right over there. Okay, we have 2 more Patreon contributors.
Woo!
Right now we have Bob Breedlove at $10 per month, and then Jeremiah Smith at $5 per month. Okay, gentlemen. Like I said, right now we're looking at we have 11 patrons on the very first episode. Thank you so much for your support. Very, very nice. That link right now is in the homepage of Patreon. You should be able to see it. I am staring at it right now. And then all you need to do is go on ahead and just sort of hit that link. And then you will be right in our waiting room. And then we will let you in for a couple of questions. If you're too shy, is what it is. Next stream, just down a couple beers, just gain that liquid courage and roll on. Okay, so what I think we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and just hit this chat, and then we are going to let you guys control the show. This question can be either for the entire table or it can be for us on an individual level. Let's go on ahead and start firing off some questions, y'all. What you got?
From the chat?
From the chat for now. I'm not seeing anybody in the waiting room as of right now. And I'm checking the chat to make sure that people can see it as well. So really just waiting on people
If you're
to...
a Patreon member, click on the link in the Patreon after becoming a member. You can join in the show and come ask us questions about how the Jets are about to win this division. Sorry.
And so about how. And so
I
about
know
how they are. Oh, you know how they are.
I know exactly how they are.
And so we got to talk about, okay, what's this most recent poll we have? Was the better season? It just died? Would you suggest the AFC's roundtable to others? Oh, man, that poll is going through the damn roof. And some trolls just went on ahead and just...
Let's get the 400 likes, everyone. 400 likes. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Where we have
I think some questions coming through, though.
Okay.
Also.
Okay, so let's go on ahead. I saw somebody come in. Okay. Oh, this is good. This comes from Curtis from Bills Mafia. Who finishes higher in the AFC East, the Patriots or the Dolphins? And so you know what? Like, just
Curtis,
for good content.
what's going on over here?
And so just for good content purposes, let's also include the Jets right here because I think that the Jets are slept.
Why are we including y'all?
Because I feel like the Jets are slept on. So like I'm including, and so I'm not including the Bills. I mean, obviously we know we're winning, but we just want to know who finishes higher between you three.
Thank you, Dan.
Man, first of all, everybody already knows in the comment section who has the best roster in the AFC East, and that is yours truly, the Miami Dolphins. All right. This year, we'll probably get 13 games, and I'm not gonna take a poop on the Bills. They may get 12, but we will win the division. And I think that the Jets are going to have 7 wins this year, and the Patriots will have 6. It's that simple.
And so, Oren, we see you in the waiting room. We're just going to have Richie and Tyson give their piece on this question, and then you can come right on in, my friend. Richie,
yeah, I don't even know why this is a serious question. We already know what happened last season, and
you got swept.
History repeats itself the same way history has repeated itself with the Miami Dolphins for the past 2 decades. Nothing's going to change.
You got swept last year. That's what happened. You got swept.
I'm puffing out
Richie,
my
what
chest.
you got, man?
I'm puffing out my chest to all the Dolphins fans out here that keeps throwing hate on my Jets. It's gonna go Bills, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins.
Oh, Richie,
Bills, Patriots, Jets. Oh, dude,
Richie, Richie, why you can't be honest, man? Be honest, bro.
That is a hot take. But I would love to welcome, and so I would love to welcome to the stream Oren, dude. First off, man. First off, bro, I really appreciate you. Like, really, he's gone. He's gone.
He got scared.
He just wanted the show face, bro.
The name's
and so he was like, "There's no way." And so I could be like, and so he said, "There was." Oh no! Here he is. There he is.
Hey.
What's up, bro?
Doing good.
Well, hey, first off, man, like I'm sure that I speak for everybody. Thank you so much for the contribution. It really helps us out. That's awesome. Who's your team, by the way, just out of curiosity?
The Buffalo Bills.
Yes, sir.
So sorry to hear that, bro. So sorry to hear that.
Yes, sir. Bills Mafia coming out on top. Oren, what's your question for us, man?
Why is everybody worried about the Chiefs instead of Denver?
Why is everybody worried about the Chiefs? That is a great question.
Who's worried about the Chiefs?
Mostly because the media is still absolutely sucking them off, saying that they're going to be a shoo-in for first place in the AFC West. Right now, say that I'm a gambling man. I do see the Chiefs making the playoffs this year, but the Chargers are a shoo-in for that division. I'm not sure if y'all agree with me, but the Chargers are winning that division this year. There's going to be 3 teams that make the playoffs from that division, but right now I see it being the Chargers number 1 seed, the Broncos number 2, and the Chiefs number 3. Now, granted, I still think the Chiefs are good for double-digit wins, but the Chiefs didn't get any better this offseason. The Chargers got better, and when you add Russell Wilson to Denver, I feel like the Chiefs are overhyped. They've been overhyped this entire offseason. And
Dan's still
yeah, I
salty
don't
about
know.
the playoffs.
I'm very salty about the playoffs.
If the Chiefs own that division this year, then they're gonna own it for the next 10. I mean, it's just that
You
simple.
think so?
Hey, yeah, Oren, I actually have a question for you. You down?
I'm down.
Heads or tails?
Tails never fails.
He's trying to rub it in, Oren. He's trying to rub it in for us. Josh Allen, I'll pick his tail.
Help Josh
13
Allen
seconds.
out. Come on, man.
Jesus.
I've been hated on all my life. So
Is Oren, where are you from,
Buffalo
man?
Bills fan. Texas.
It's Oren, Texas?
Hmm.
Awesome,
Yep.
man.
At least you lasted more than 13 seconds to ask the question. So
Yeah, just a little bit.
Dude, it's rough. Richie, what you got about the whole Chiefs situation? I kind of want to hear your thoughts on that. Why does the media continuously suck them off?
Well, first of all, I think the Denver Broncos are actually really good this year. I actually really like
too.
Russell Wilson. I loved him on the Seahawks. He was always one of my favorite quarterbacks in the Seahawks. I feel like he's going to change the organization. I feel like the Broncos were a quarterback away. Their roster is constructed in a way where they have weapons. They have a solid defense. So Russell Wilson's going to make them great. I think the Kansas City Chiefs, they definitely regressed in the offseason by losing Tyreek, replacing with Juju, not really that big of a deal, and then drafting wide receiver Sky Moore. They add some additions to the defense. But to be honest, man, I'm not going to count off the Kansas City Chiefs yet. I mean, it's still Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. I think that Andy Reid is one of the best coaches in the league, and I think that he is, I can't write off the Chiefs yet until I see them regressing on the field. Based off the Mahomes magic I see every year in the playoffs, he always pulls something out somehow. I know that he's missing out his top weapon, and Tyreek is going to be a big issue with that. But I'm not saying the Chiefs should be penciled in as the number one team in the AFC, because I honestly, unfortunately, think that's going to be the Buffalo Bills. But I think that the Kansas City Chiefs are still going to be able to win that division.
It's crazy.
Hey,
But hey, let's go ahead, TD.
But a serious question, though, for Oren, since he is a Bills fan, and all jokes aside, do you think your team will win a Super Bowl this year?
With Denver getting Russell Wilson, that was only a quarterback away. It's hard to say that. Plus, what the Chargers did with their defense, with J.C. Jackson and Khalil Mack, it's hard to say.
Yeah. And so, honestly, Oren, really, me just sort of, making the piggyback off of that. I mean, I made, an actual sort of the prediction, right with my previous stream. I'm seeing the AFC Championship being the Bills and Chargers this year. Those, two squads, out of the AFC West, it's huge. It's
I'm
huge.
not gonna
I
lie.
wish that prize.
What the Chargers did on defense, bro. They already had
it's
the
scary.
offense. What they did on defense is serious.
I drafted them in
Dude,
fantasy.
So
It's
Oren,
insane.
is your name is
Scary.
Oren?
Yep. Y'all
0-4.
actually the first one that actually got my name right.
You heard me?
Oh,
hell yeah. Yo.
0-4.
And so he said 0-4. Come on, dude. Come on, man. Listen. Well, hey, listen, Oren, man. Listen, I really appreciate you being a fan of the show, man. With the contribution, certainly helpful. We have another question that just came in from one of our Patreon contributors. But, dude, anytime you want to join the stream, man, we are posting that link with each and every single, it's a show.
Episode.
Thank you, dude.
Come
we'll
back
see you
next week.
time.
That's why I did it. I love watching y'all. Watch y'all every week. So
Awesome.
That's
Hell
why I
yeah,
did it.
man. Hell yeah, man. I
Appreciate that.
appreciate that. I really do, man. Go Bills.
Heads or tails. Heads or tails.
Heads and tails.
Tails
Hell
never
yeah.
fails.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Do we know what Josh Allen chose?
He chose tails, which is rough. Yeah, it was rough. All right, so this guy just comes in. It is Malachi Rhodes. He just sent us a message on Patreon. It said, "I have a question for TD. Why do you keep bragging about sweeping the Pats, but yet we made the playoffs and y'all did?"
He didn't tell us which team. Oh, y'all did. So, okay, he did tell us what team, the Patriots. The reason why I'm bragging is because y'all had one of the weakest schedules in the NFL, so you were supposed to make the playoffs. And the only thing that matters is you know that Tua Tagovailoa is your daddy. He has not lost to Bill Belichick yet, and we swept the Patriots. That's why I'm talking. And this year, we're going to run through the entire AFC, especially the Patriots. It's going to be too easy. That's why they have to alter their entire game plan and come down to Miami a whole freaking week early just to get used to the humidity. Listen, it's over. At the end of the day, you ran we all give you credit, rightfully so. You ran the AFC East, led by none other than the GOAT of all GOATs, Tom Brady. Not the GOAT of, yeah, he is the GOAT of all GOATs to me. Tom Brady. But that era is over. That era is over. Now it's time for y'all to go through y'all 40 years of being trash. So get used to it, bro. There's your answer, man. We sweeping y'all. Y'all ain't making the playoffs.
And so Tyson, you have a
he didn't ask Tyson.
Rebuttal to that.
He didn't ask
What
Tyson.
happened? What was the question?
See?
Oh, he wasn't even paying attention. He was like, "Nah, dude, I'm good, man. I'm good." Oh,
Tua time,
man,
baby.
it is Tua time, huh? It's Tua
Tua
time.
time.
Okay, most definitely. Let's get back to the chat real fast. We're getting close to like the hour and a half mark. Sweetie, so I'll be on in a second. I love you. All right. I know, right? I'm such a good boyfriend, right?
That was awesome, Dan. Good for you.
We see 386 likes smashed as of
400
right now.
likes. Hold on, where the Patreon members, man? They should be they need to click that link and come in. I want to know
And
who
so
the
that's
Patreon
what I'm saying.
members
Like,
are.
there's like 11 of us, or like there's like 11 of them. I feel like they're like shy, dude.
They just showing love. They want to support the round table. They may not want to be
baby.
on
We're
camera.
coming.
That's
you
all
can talk
good.
your smack about the Jets. It's okay.
Yeah, most definitely. Well,
the Jets
guys,
get the most shit talk there is because we sucked for the longest.
Since I feel like that next week is probably gonna be like a lot more fiery, what I think we should do right now, because I mean, like, we're getting up to like it's about said 110 mark, and so an hour and 12 minutes as of right now. What I think might be the best bet is let's just go around, start saying our goodbyes, and let's start prepping for next week when the NFL starts off. Richie,
who's going to week one? Anyone?
I wish, bro, but like, I mean, I just didn't want to spend like $900 like on like the like
to lose.
So the nosebleed tickets in LA.
Oh well,
you know,
are you going to the home opener?
No, I am going to the
Steelers I forgot
game
you're not even in Buffalo, man.
Yeah, I'm out in Buffalo. But I'll be at the Steelers game week 5 and then the Packers game week 8 in Buffalo for it. It should be pretty good.
Nice.
Sorry to hear
what you got going on your channel this week, Richie?
Oh yeah, so I was live all day today and yesterday for the Jets roster cuts. It's going to be a lot of Madden content, a lot of Jets content coming your way leading up until the game against the Baltimore Ravens. I'll be in attendance for that game. It's going to be a great time. We're going to be at the Jet Lounge. It's going to be a lot of Jet content creators there. It's going to be a great time with a lot of former players like Damian Woody, and a lot of awesome Jets players are going to be out there watching the game with us in that suite. Courtesy of the Jet Lounge. But you guys know where to find me on Jets Media if you want to come in, talk some smack, or show me some love. It's greatly appreciated. I can take the smack. I can take the love. They're both equally warranted on my channel. I love it all. So we appreciate you guys tuning into the AFC East Roundtable. First ever episode on the channel in the books. This is history, guys. You guys have watched us grow from just 4 YouTubers that didn't know each other to the fact that we got to meet up virtually 3 years ago, and now we're starting a brand new platform. Thank you to all 9 or 10, however many Patreons signed up. You guys are awesome. 11. I appreciate 11 Patreons that signed up.
There's 11 Patreon contributors.
This is the beginning of something special, and I'm very thankful to be part of this AFC East Roundtable with 3 of you guys. And, of course, none of this is possible without any of you guys in the chat. Shout out to the Dolphins, to the Bills, to the Patriots fans, and, of course, my New York Jets fans. We're all in this together, and let's go Jets, baby.
TD, what you got, bud?
Man, streaming, man. We got a lot to talk about. It's exciting times on TD Fans Talk on the road to the Super Bowl. No matter the cost, we pay the toll. So we just excited over in our side of town, man. So if you want to go subscribe to TD Fans Talk, make sure you go check it out. Shout out to our sponsor of the AFC East Roundtable Prize Picks. Make sure you go make your picks today. Also, man,
did you give them the code?
Yeah, the code to basically
It's AFC East.
AFC
Okay.
East to
East,
double
yeah.
your
So we go ahead
deposit.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna go ahead and do that. Here's the
AFC
lower third,
East.
baby. And so if
So-
y'all want to go ahead and gamble, right
In
there,
real
baby.
talk, guys,
We'll
I
be
just
over
want to
18.
say, I'm very appreciative to be working with every single one of you guys. This has been a lot of fun. It's shocking every time Richie say that, it doesn't feel like it. This is year 3, man. That is crazy, man. And this is the AFC East is a hit out here in all of our communities. So thanks to everybody who tunes in, because it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you. And salute to all the new Patreon members. Hey, if you're gonna become a Patreon member, come on, hop on, and let's have a conversation, because I'm so sick of looking in the comment section. Everybody yapping their yaps, but they scared to come on here and face me face to face. I'm right here, baby. But I know. Just keyboard warriors. It's good. It's all good.
What's
We
up,
got to
Tyson?
get something real quick. I just want to say, I don't know how we're going to get this to happen and what town we're going in, but I would love to have a live show in person with you guys one day.
Ooh, sweet.
Oh, I would love that
Let's
too.
do.
Oh, yeah.
We can figure that out.
We can figure that out.
New
Super
York, heart of the
Bowl.
world. You guys got
Yeah. I can slam Dan on the table or something.
That would be awesome. And have like a
Yep.
crowd behind us. That'd be sick.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, Super Bowl,
we may
Super
be
Bowl,
able
Super
to
Bowl.
we may be able to work that out Super Bowl week at the Super Bowl, because the Dolphins will be there. So we'll figure it out, guys.
Where's the Super Bowl
right.
this year?
These aren't jokes.
And yeah, where is the Super Bowl this year? Does anybody know?
It doesn't matter. We'll be there.
God.
It is. Let's see. It's in Arizona, baby. Okay.
I was about to say, I think it's Arizona.
Oh, Arizona.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and start planning that.
Arizona.
All right.
Interesting. Patriots won a Super Bowl there.
Well, Tyson, what's going on with you, brother?
Yeah, so pretty much next week, listen here, Dolphins fans, your blowhole is mine. Okay? It's over.
Big pause. Big
Let's
pause.
calm
Your
down
blowhole.
there.
Dolphins
Calm
have
down there,
blowholes.
Matareza.
Dolphins have blowholes, but listen, I've been clipping y'all off. Season, I've been working on this for weeks. Y'all gonna get eviscerated. And hate week next week is hate week, and I got a couple videos coming out, and since y'all wanted to saturate the entire damn YouTube market with Dolphins content creators like TD, I got all y'all on mine. I've been waiting for this the entire offseason. All the things that y'all been saying about Tua this and Tua that, and how y'all gonna win a Super Bowl and finally win a playoff game. Y'all gonna get it this week, and that's pretty much all I got to say. Stay tuned.
Your hate for us is unhealthy. Just saying.
Hell yeah. Well, hey guys, listen,
Your
it
hate
has
for
been
us
an
is
absolute, and so it's been an absolute pleasure doing this on the first episode. I think our peak viewers were we're at 450, which is absolutely insane. We have 408 likes currently. If you haven't smashed that like button, please do it right now. But we're signing off, y'all.
Peace. Josh Allen's trash.
Let's
Officially.
go, dude. Every single time, man.